guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So you're probably thinking another sale video, oh my god, but getting to the end of summer for someone like me means it's the end of summer sale, the 828 summer sale to be precise. It's from the 22nd of August. I need some more information up in front of me, and I wanted to do a couple of videos. So this will be the first one. This is my top 10 plus a bonus for the watches that I think are the best watches on AliExpress, value for money wise, that I've actually reviewed. These are not just watches that I've seen from afar. These are the watches that I think you should really pick up. I think they're cracking watches and they offer outstanding value for money. I will leave links in there, and I will leave the price in front of each video just so you can have an idea of the pricing and stuff. I don't want to go too much into price because it changes so much. I've done it before, and by the time I've uploaded the video, the price was different. So, but I will try and keep it as current as possible with sort of screenshots and stuff. But yeah, this is the top 10 plus one. Look out in the next couple of days for my best top 10 plus one for watches, the new watches that I think you should be looking at as well. But yeah, I won't keep going on. Let's get on with this video because I know you've probably got a few other videos to watch for the sale because it's quite a popular time. But yeah, we'll come in at number one. So coming in at number one, we've got an Addiesdive. The model number for this is the MY050SC. This is a Luminox Navy Seal Homage. This one is cheap as chips. The price on it is fantastic. There might not be great movement during the sale because it's so low anyway. And the lume on it for the price is just obscene really. How they do it, I'm not really sure. But this one really surprised me when I got it in. And it's actually a watch that my son owns now. Really cracking watch, really nice, and it will just last and last, to be honest. I think it's one that would look great in most collections at this point. So had to have an Addiesdive in there, and I think this one was just outstanding value for money. Coming in at number two, a Berny, had to be. This is the AM038M, also known as the Mondaine Railway Homage. This was sent over to me sort of like about a year ago now, and it blew my socks off, to be completely honest. There's been some question as to whether it's actually sapphire crystal. When I tested the one that I got, it was sapphire crystal, so I can only go on that. And had an automatic movement, a nice leather strap, nicely finished, and it was coming at sort of 20 odd pounds. And for me, that is just obscene. I don't know how anyone could make a watch with those sort of specifications for that price, as well as one that looks like this. I think it's a fantastic watch, and I think it's one that you guys should definitely cop a hold of, either now or during the sale. If you ain't got the money available, just keep an eye on it. But here's the link. Please have a look if it's one for you. Coming at number three, it's the first Escapement Time that I really became aware of for them as a brand. It's their King Seiko Homage. Couldn't find a model number. They don't seem to have model numbers for Escapement Time watches, but this one was a banger. The specs, fantastic. The movement, it's a nice compromise really. I do like the fact that companies are using Mecha Quartz movements. It does give a little bit of wriggle room for price. So they're using the VH31, and the finishing was just beautiful. The dial stunning, indices finished to a beautiful standard. And I could see why this watch became so popular, and hence why it's on my top 10 plus bonus, obviously. Keep saying that. It's going to make it into the best watches I've reviewed, to be honest, because I think it's a cracking watch. Coming at number four, the legend. This is the best Pagani. It was the best Pagani for a long time. Probably still is to many people. It's the Pagani Design PD1644, also known as the Rolex Daytona Homage. This watch is a banger. Me and my wife both owned it. Unfortunately, with our watch collections getting what they were, it wasn't getting the wrist time it deserved. So we did go on to flip it. But that's no sly on the watch itself. Cracking watch, loads of different sort of colorways, strap options, but it was just so well put together. Great specs, which is what you get from Pagani Design. But this felt like one of the first watches they made that was hopefully and yeah, there we go. So that's the Pagani Design PD1644. Coming number five is the Berny. It's the AM7081M. This was a compressor style watch. A couple of different sort of color variations. I really like the yellow one. That's the one I reviewed a while ago. They've since upgraded this watch. It does have sapphire crystal and now Miyota movement. Is a Miyota movement an upgrade? It depends on the Miyota movement, I suppose. But they're the two things that they've really changed. I did really like this watch, I must say. And for the price it sort of comes in at, it's definitely one that you've got to have a look at. It's still one that I would definitely, as I say, top 10, it has to be in there. I think it's a cracking watch and offers great value for money. Coming at number 6 is the Pagani Design PD1701, also known as the Omega Speedy Moon watch. Yeah, you've seen this not long ago actually. I featured this on the channel. I went for a rose gold with green. Obviously you can get the normal one, silver and black elements and stuff. A few different colour variations to go from. And the specs on it were just crazy, and I just love the aesthetic. They initially got the first one wrong. They've done another version or two, and they've kind of got to a point where people are like, yeah, that's a cracking watch now. And again, the pricing is sort of where it used to be almost with a lot of these watches. So yeah, I'd definitely have a look at this. Like I said, if you want the aesthetic of the original, but you obviously can't afford the watch, I think it's a very good option and one that should definitely be winging its way into your shopping basket. Coming at number 7, apologies, it's another Pagani design. It's the PD1722. This watch shocked the hell out of me. You'd have seen it a couple of days ago on my channel, or a day ago. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's the IWC Portuguese Homage. This watch, for the price, is just outstanding if you ask me. I love the fact, the attention to detail with the movement, the power reserve indicator, sapphire crystal, the list goes on, and this comes in at a very competitive price. Yeah, it's the sort of, it has all the bells and whistles, and it's just priced so well. Do you know what I mean? I was really surprised when this came in. I was thinking, is it going to be as good as it seems? Because sometimes Pagani Design do falter to deceive. But no, they've nailed it with this watch. Really beautiful watch, and you'd have seen from my review that I really rate this one. So yeah, have a look at that one, guys. Coming number 8, it's a San Martin. It's the SN034G. It's their pilot's watch. I put G and nothing else because you've got the one with the small seconds, you've got the large seconds, both quartz. People do prefer the small seconds just because you can't tell it's a quartz as much, because obviously you don't see the tick as much. And you've also got the automatic with the Miyota movement. So there's a few to choose from, but I think these are really well priced, and the finishing you get from these watches is outstanding. Coming in at sort of £100 in and around that for this, for a San Martin, because San Martin make banging watches. I think it's one that you should definitely be looking at, and it would look great in any collection if you ask me. To number 10, we've got there finally, number 9, I'm jumping the gun. Number 9, we've got the San Martin SN021G, also known as the Rolex Explorer Homage. They call it the Explore series. Tomato. Beautiful watch. There's a few different colour variations now. If it was me personally, I'd always go for, I probably would opt for the black, if I'm honest. I went for the Tiffany blue when I bought it, because I sort of bought it for my wife, but Tiffany blue is beautiful, but I'd go for the black, which is kind of traditional with the watches, homaging, but stunning watch. It gets loads of wrist time for my wife still, and it's one that I could quite imagine adding to my collection in the future, because I do want that type of watch, the Explorer Homage. I've not found the right one yet. Might look to get a Tissot Homage in and see how that goes, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's number 9. Cracking watch, beautiful piece. Definitely have a go at these guys. And now number 10. So this is the SN004GB. This watch, I'll actually tell you guys, yeah, so Rolex Subby 6200 Homage. What I will tell you about this watch, guys, is the San Martin Water Ghost version 2 is what I had. Love the watch. This watch has replaced it in my collection. This watch is beautiful, so well finished, and for me, one of the best parts of the watch, which is one of many, is the bezel. The bezel on this is, they've gone for a new system. The bezel's as good as anything I felt in and around anything of that price. Can't be touched. The bezel it felt so smooth, buttery smooth, lovely to deal with. Yeah, one of the best bezels I've ever felt, if I'm being completely honest. And just the quality you get. I've got it with a PT 5000. You can get it with a SW200, but I wouldn't pay that much more money. I would stick with the PT. But yeah, that's the San Martin. And coming in as a bonus, I couldn't leave this out. I had to put this in. It's the PD 1723. Yeah, I had to include it. They have since brought out a version 2 of this watch. The version 1 was really nice, really liked it. I went for the sort of gold dial. I'm going to opt for the black dial of the version 2, I think, just for a bit of variation. But it's a beautiful watch. The specs were done really nice. The first watch they've done with a high beat movement. Nice bit of pronounced sapphire crystal. Nice case finishing. The bracelet was a bit coarse in places, but I didn't mind that. The clasp, partly milled. Would have liked it to have been fully milled. But my main bugbear initially was the fact that it had PT 5000 written on a dial. The version 2 doesn't. It says automatic, which is cool. But yeah, I think this is one to look at, guys. Another show of intent from Pagani Design. Another step in the right direction, if you ask me. So there's the top 10 plus 1 for the bonus. So guys and girls, what do you think? Did I do okay with my list? They're the watches that I genuinely think they're the best watches I've had in from AliExpress and I've had dealings with, if I'm honest. No offense to any other watches didn't make the list, but it's just subjective. That's my opinion. Guys and girls, I hope there's something on there for you, and do look out for my top 10 plus bonus video for the new watches that I think you should be looking at as well. But that's me. Hope you enjoyed the sale. Don't go too crazy. I know the cost of living's gone sky high, so we've got to be a bit more sensible. But I'm probably going to indulge a little bit. But I do appreciate you tuning back in, and for all your love and support. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.